Hey, it's Sanan Sanani, and so I thought I'd do a video answering a question I get asked a lot. Sanan, is Tbilisi a good place to invest in real estate? I saw that you moved there from Dubai. Where did you go? Why did you go? And you're doing real estate. What's going on? So let me just say that my answers are not some watered down version of things I researched on Google regarding Tbilisi. No. I'm going to be giving you personal experience, and you're not going to find this information anywhere else. Okay, if you don't want experience and you just want information, information's everywhere these days. Go find it on Google. I'll let you be the judge and do the research yourself. But I want to share my personal experience, my own experience investing in Georgia, in this beautiful country. So before I begin answering that question, let me give you a little short story on how I got here, okay? I lived in Dubai for 20 years, went there from 1998. I was there before Dubai became Dubai, okay? And my parents, who are also both real estate entrepreneurs, that's how they met, they anticipated the boom and decided to invest their money there in the early 2000s. Just when you started to be allowed to buy properties there. So after I finished my high school and university and fun in Dubai, I became a real estate broker. And I started my journey in real estate. And it was mainly because I'm not fond of taking, salary or trading my time for money. My father taught me that it's impossible to achieve what I want by trading my time for money. And, because there isn't enough time. But he told me, if you want to take a job, but learn in those jobs. So anyway, I went for commission-based work, and I became a real estate agent. Met lots of new people. It was so fun, every day different. Created lots of network. But I realized when people say they made a lot of money in real estate, especially the people I'm learning from, my father and my millionaire mentors, it wasn't necessarily from being an agent. The real money, in short, was actually from finding problematic properties, renovating and adding value to these problematic properties. Problematic properties people wouldn't buy normally, and properties that need work. People like to buy the finished product. So I would, learn to buy it, touch it up, raise the value, and sell it. So I looked around me, and Dubai was all new. Everything's new. There's nothing I could renovate. Okay, and to be honest, it's a little bit pricey for me to start experimenting with my own money, what I have learned. So that's when I found Georgia. 3 hours away from Dubai, same time zone, affordable properties, affordable cost of living, educated labor force, an up-and-coming country many people haven't heard of, and still confuse it with Georgia, the state. And I said, bingo. That's where I've got to put my money. So I sold my 2018 Mercedes C200, a car I just bought, and I sold it, luckily, no loss, $40,000, took it, came to Georgia, and began my journey. And with the formula that I learned from my father and millionaire mentors, I was able to purchase not just, to begin one property, and then another, and another, and another, until I have now dozens of properties, and I'm buying 4 more this year. Sounds a lot like the game of Monopoly, huh? Heck, these boards. Well, it's true. There is a game of Monopoly in life. Real estate, 4 houses and 1 red hotel. Okay, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to know the ins and outs of real estate investing, getting in, getting around, getting out, and how you too can start with 1 property and end up with more. All right, you don't need to be rich. Okay, you don't need to have a lot of money. That's a myth. You might be wondering how that's possible, and the answer to that is leverage and using other people's money. I'll get to that in a minute, but first, I've just got to say, I fell in love with the city, man. The people, the fresh air, the wine, the organic food, fruits, vegetables, the dining, the Berlin-style underground clubs. Overall, in fact, I think there's 4 seasons all year round. And being in the center, in Tbilisi, you get to experience all 4. On top of that, Georgia is the famous Silk Road in the Caucasus Mountains, known for the famous sulfur baths. Very good for your skin, by the way. And it's just such a historical place. I feel like I'm in a movie, okay? So that's my experience. And here we are, fast forward today, I've been in Tbilisi real estate investing since November 2018, and I also opened up a real estate service company specifically designed for helping foreigners invest safely and profitably here. It's called Sterling Property Advisors. I'll put the website in the description below. And finally, yes, Tbilisi is an awesome place, a fantastic place to invest if you are a real estate investor. Okay, Georgia, you'll be amazed. Georgia is a country filled with opportunities. Okay, and the capital is Tbilisi. So why did I invest in Tbilisi and why not Batumi? Well, I have this rule of thumb where I only invest in the capital cities of countries, and more specifically, Zone A locations. Locations that are easy to rent out, almost never vacant, locations that I'll never have to worry about, locations that appreciate over time, appreciate in value. And Batumi, yeah, has a beach. I'm not saying Batumi is bad and is not a good place to invest, but let's just say I'm not fond of seasonal rent. Okay, tropical weather during off seasons, rain. I prefer to have 365 days of rent than to have 185 days of rent. You know, these are the same reasons why I chose Tbilisi and I did not invest in Sri Lanka or Malaysia and Bali. That's like Batumi, seasonal. Well, like I said, you have 4 seasons all year round, and Tbilisi being the center, that's kind of cool. Everyone visits Tbilisi first and then they scatter around. So it's always the busiest, it has the most life, it has the most growth. You know, that's why I decided to live here and invest here. As to, 180 days of like tropical weather. Okay, don't kill me. I know you're charged up. I know you want to know why Tbilisi is a good place to invest. Let's uncover it. For one, your purchasing power is stronger here. Okay? Properties are going to feel cheaper to you at an instant. Heck, everything will feel cheaper to you if your income is in USD, pound, euro. You can get downtown properties for $1,000 per meter. Properties that are in touristic destinations. Properties that are, suitable for daily rent and Airbnb to tourists. Okay? And if you're quick and smart, you'll be able to negotiate and land some crazy deals. I'll tell you that. Okay? Deals that give you high returns in equity. This was only one of the ways I was able to make huge amounts of money by investing here, buying low and selling high, except I haven't sold anything yet. I love it. I'm keeping, I'm hoarding, I'm renting them out. Only generally speaking, Georgians are cash poor, but they're asset rich. They have land and properties. So most of them have held on to their properties for generations, and they want to cash out. They want to take their money and put it elsewhere. And this gives you a chance to find some awesome deals if you have good real estate eyes. Okay? Buy low, sell high. Okay? I purchased my first property in Tbilisi for $66,000 and I spent $3,000 on renovation. So that equals to $69,000, my lucky number. And and when the bank evaluated the property at $103,000, I was shocked. Okay, so I had to list it for sale, and I wanted to see the feedback, and I put it up for $108,000, and I was getting calls and some serious offers at $85,000 to $90,000, and that's when I realized, whoa, I don't need to sell it. I can already consider that equity cash in my pocket. So I rented it for $650 monthly, and the property cap rate, when I calculate, is 11.3%. That's extremely good. Okay. If you're new to real estate and you'd like to know how to calculate and analyze deals, I've created a short 3-minute video explaining these formulas for you, so you can go ahead and check that out after you finish this video. So look, I had just made $7,800 in 1 year from my first property, and $16,000 to $34,000 in equity. All right, money in my pocket for finding a good deal cheap. All right, by finding a distressed seller who was in need of cash. That's a lot of profit, being my first property in Tbilisi in my 3rd month. And that got me hooked. I started obsessively hunting for more deals. all right, and hunting for more properties and more and more and more. And I became known as the guy who you should go to if you want to sell your property, you know. So if you have keen eyes, and if you are able to spot these hidden jewels, the diamond in the rough, in these markets, in the market, you're good to go. One tip, by the way, Georgia is a seller's market, so sellers pay the commission, okay? So take advantage of hiring a good broker, okay? It's free to you anyway. Don't try to act smart and do it yourself ever anywhere in the world. Okay, that's like going to court without a lawyer. It's going to cost you quite a lot of money, a lot of mistakes. Okay, a real estate broker will help you save many mistakes. Choose just one. He will feel responsible to find you the property. You know, if you call up so many brokers and they're all searching for the same property, the same criteria, they're going to call the same owner and prices are not going to be so negotiable because the owner is going to be like, whoa, I have 5 buyers, when actually it's just you, right? So stick to one broker. And even a better tip, you can skip the broker and find the person that is going to manage your property after you leave. Okay, because it's in his highest interest to give you the best property, a property that rents out fast and a property that his share is also easily obtained, right? So find the guy who's going to look after your property. Over the last 20 years, there's been crazy positive developments in Georgia, visible in the economy. You can check the stats. I mean, the World Bank dubbed Georgia the #1 economic reformer in the world because in 1 year, it improved from ranked from 112th to 18th in terms of doing business, the ease of doing business. And I think last year in 2019, Georgia was positioned the 6th place for ease of doing business. Look at the jump. So if you're starting out your online business or you're opening up your entrepreneurial activities here, you're going to have a lot of talented labor force, people ready to work for you. The average salary is $350, okay? As opposed to Dubai where it's 4,000 dirhams or London, 2,000 pounds. You don't need to be an economist to realize Georgia investing here is a wise decision. Just take a glimpse of what is going around in the tourism. It's growing every single year. There's investors from other countries here already who have built lots of hotels, spas, restaurants, casinos, and started numerous other businesses aimed mostly at tourists. And I don't think this is going to stop for at least another decade. Okay? It might slow down in the next decade, like at the end of the decade. But look, if your property costs $100,000 here, or your properties, you're going to get instantly 1 year renewable residency. Okay? And this is attractive to a lot of people because mostly to invest and get a residency, you need $300,000 everywhere in the world. So my returns, I would like to tell you that my returns are all 10 to 24%, but you're not going to believe me anyway. And I'm not saying all investments here are 10 to 24%. I've seen investments here 5% returns. It really depends if you are good at real estate investing or not. Simple. Okay? I guess that's everywhere. Another thing I love about Tbilisi is the banks love to give credit and partner up with people in real estate projects. Okay, so here's how I take advantage of leverage. This is how I was able to purchase so many properties and literally have the tenants print me money every month. The banks offer 60 to 80% credit of the property price with periods of like 10 to 15 years at 6 to 9% in dollar and 5 to 7% in euro interest rate. So yeah, you might be thinking that's a lot since in Europe it's like 2 to 4%, but it's not. First of all, they're borrowing from Europe and then lending it out to you. And second, in Europe, your ROI in real estate is lower than your ROI here. Return on investment, by the way. So again, if I said 10 to 24%, you're not going to believe me. You'd have to be the judge yourself. Another thing I like about real estate investing here in Georgia, in Tbilisi, is that you have the option to buy the property in a black or white frame condition. What do I mean by that? Black frame is when the property is shell and core, no electricity, no plumbing. You can completely shape and redesign your property from scratch. You get a skeleton basically and you can do the design. and you're going to be able to choose how you can raise the value, what to buy. White frame means the electricals and plumbing and all these technical stuff are complete, and what's remaining is the cosmetic work. You know, oh, the color and should I use ceramic or wood? This is the condition I like to buy at, because it takes only 40 days to complete and finish the apartment, and force the appreciation. It doesn't matter if the market is down, doesn't matter if the market is up. When you buy a property at this condition and you renovate wisely and put value inside, you'll have a minimum 20% profit of your total cost. 20% profit, and repeating this cycle as fast as you can in a year gives you huge amounts of profit. Regarding rent, there are a lot of ways you can rent out your property here. If you purchase a property in a touristic area, it's best to Airbnb it or rent it daily on a short-term basis. That is if you want to buy one and get 2 and 3 and 4 in the same area. If you purchase a property in a residential area, it's best to just do long-term monthly rentals. You'll get some very static, stable income. I like that as well. Oh, I also love how both the mortgage and the rental contracts are in dollars. You're safe. Dollar is the strongest currency in the world. And if you'd like to know more about Tbilisi, not just real estate, tourism and research and everything, I have plenty of blogs that me and my team have created. We've done the research, we've wrote it ourselves, even different things to do, where to go, where to eat and whatnot. If you are visiting or planning on visiting, have a look, okay? And if you have watched all the way till here, till the end, that means you're interested in real estate investing. I'm getting dry. And you probably have questions. So comment below your questions, and if you are seriously interested in taking advantage of real estate scene here, then you can go over, get on the phone, go over my website, get on the phone with me personally or one of my team members. Visit my website, www.sterling.ge/contact, and schedule a free consultation call with me. We'll call you back in 24 hours. Real estate changed my life, me and my family's life. My mother started from scratch, my father started from scratch, and I started from scratch. Well, I started with $40,000, but anyway, it was hard work and determination and some smart moves. And with $40,000, I was able to unlock new streams of income each month thanks to real estate. And all the properties I own, I'm now able to travel the world working, whenever I want, however I want, wherever I want. And I live off my rents. I live life on my own terms. I don't need to work. Today, we own millions of dollars worth of real estate around the globe. And we started with none. And for those who are wondering, the deals I'm working on right now, I like to work on fourplexes, okay? Fourplexes that are costing me right now $365,000 gives me 4 properties, and after renovations and everything, it gives me an ROI, a stable ROI on the long run, 10 to 15%. And I'm not trying to impress you with what I've accomplished or how much I know, but the reality is, what I have created financially in my life was very simple, and that's why it's going to work for you too. So go over my YouTube videos. I teach and share a lot of things I've learned about real estate. Not just real estate, also personal growth over the years. Everything I've read and learned from books, from mentors, from webinars, from everywhere I've traveled to meet and network. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was useful. If there's a question regarding Tbilisi that I haven't answered, ask me the question below and I will make a new video and address the question. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope my video today was valuable for you. Till next time, don't forget to subscribe.